Hey Scrappers, Tom here, creator of the iScrap app and also a scrapyard owner. In the next few videos, you're going to see all types of market recaps for 2023, as well as future predictions and things to just think about in 2024. Now, if you haven't downloaded the app, please download it today so you can report your prices, so you can check prices that are out there, learn about material, get notifications when we have market news, weekly reports, and other type of information that's going to help you make more money with your scrap. So without further ado, let's jump into some of the different metals and the different categories that we're going to talk about for 2024. So catalytic converter prices were definitely not what we wanted them to be this year, but unfortunately they are a lot of what we predicted them to be, as we saw such a crazy market upswing in 2021, 2022, bringing the Ukrainian invasion even pushed some of those prices higher up as people were worried about supply of PGM metals such as platinum, palladium, rhodium. But here we are all the way in 2023 at the end. Markets have been very poo-poo. We've seen, markets really kind of dropping to levels where they were pre-COVID, pre-crazy price swings. And there's a few reasons that we've seen these markets going down, and there's a few reasons that we think that they are here to stay for the foreseeable future. Now, prices went down because we saw less vehicles being sold. We saw a lot of material going into auto catalysts over the 2020 to 2022. Those vehicles started to be pushed out there. Again, we talk about themes. Interest rates pushed up, consumer spending started to push down. So instead of maybe buying a new car in 2023, you pushed it off till 2024. So you're not needing more precious metals for a new catalytic converter because you're using the ones that you have. Other things that are happening right now, a big note, when those prices got pushed up so high for catalytic converters, auto manufacturers, Ford, Chevrolet, Toyota, all of them started to look for alternatives on how to offset their catalytic converter pricing. So what happened? They started to come up with higher palladium laced catalytic converters opposed to rhodium. Platinum prices were really expensive. Palladium isn't used in as many industries as platinum is, so they started to put more palladium in those. We saw rhodium prices drastically decrease by 75% this year. That helped auto manufacturers. And unfortunately for the catalytic converter industry, electric vehicles don't need catalytic converters. And as more electric vehicles are being sold, that's more of a consumption of aluminum and copper and steel and lithium, right, or nickel, and less platinum, palladium, and rhodium because you don't need catalytic converters in electric vehicles. That's something really important to keep in mind. Now, there is hope because there are ways that they're trying to utilize these different PGMs going into 2024 and beyond. One of the biggest things I've read about is the carbon capture from a hydrogen side of things. So how can they use palladium and platinum to help capture more carbon, whether it's from power plants, farm equipment, worldwide industrial, commercial equipment, refineries, etc. So there are ways that they're looking to use more precious metals, but I don't think that we're going to see anywhere near the price craziness we saw in 2021 through 2022 going into the future. Again, presidential elections, who knows what's going to happen with different electric vehicle mandates and those being pushed versus traditional combustion gas engines. If we see a flipping of the parties and we see another Republican, we might see less emphasis on electric vehicles, more emphasis on combustible engines. That could be good for the catalytic converter industry because they might be putting more precious metals into the new catalytic converters, driving up the value of those, driving up the demand for precious metals. But going into 2024, I just don't see the swing coming that's going to make everyone excited about a big increase. I just don't see it happening. As much optimism as I want to pump into it, there's not enough needs for platinum, for palladium, for rhodium outside of the catalytic converter industry to make up that lack of a demand that's slowly eroding, just like lead, because of the lead batteries being, kind of disrupted from cars. So CATs moving forward, rrcats.com continuing to quote. You can get quotes right through the app itself. They hold prices for 10 days, free shipping on OEM CATs, but those prices don't look to have any large increases coming. But again, we watch for them and we report them week to week in our weekly reports. You can check out some of our other recap videos, and hopefully this gives you a good idea on what's going on with the catalytic converter markets going into 2024. Scrap you later.